starting out, what was the driving force that compelled you guys to found Crypto Country Club and enter the NFT space?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I started investing in NFTs about a year ago. And as I was working my way through different projects, I was looking for one that was golf based because I wanted to join a golf community, and other projects had different perks for joining them related to what that their focus was. And I couldn't find a golf based one, and so I started researching how to create my own, and thought I could probably do it, but I didn't know anything about the development side. And so that's where Kyle came in. He's a developer. And so I kind of just went to him with this harebrained idea of starting a golf NFT project. And he said he thought he could handle the back end stuff. And he was crazy enough to jump out of the plane with me and build the parachute on the way down. So we just kind of jumped in.
I'm curious, Kyle, what were your previous NFT projects then?
This is actually the first one that I've worked on. So I've invested in NFTs before, never built out my own collection.
Okay. And what's your business background, both of you?
Sure. So I started off in the healthcare industry. I built out a health information exchange across Florida. I did more product management and account management on that side. And then recently I've started working for Box and some other companies as a software engineer.
Okay. And how about you, Tyler?
Yeah, so I've got a pretty diverse business background. I was an entrepreneurship major in college, so I've always known I wanted to start businesses with friends and develop different things. But I've been in finance, which is what I went into right out of college. I've worked in the yachting industry. I've worked in the health and fitness industry. What brought me to Texas, actually, I worked in Dallas in the heavy highway construction industry. I was a CFO for a company there. And then now I'm currently doing real estate stuff. And then now the NFT project with Kyle.
I never asked. So where are you guys both based then now?
We're Austin, Texas now.
Okay. In the past 4 weeks, Azuki's anime skate culture NFTs amassed $300 million in transactions. That's even higher than Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. Have you found success of collections like that to be a motivating factor?
I'm not familiar with that project. But yes, what was the name of it?
It's called Azuki's.
Azuki's. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. It's simple. It's like guys holding skateboards. It's like anime pictures. But you've heard of obviously NFT success stories in the past. So I mean, like, was that a compelling factor? Like, look, there's a lot of NFT collections taking off. This is a good area to explore.
100%. Yeah. So the financial incentive obviously was huge when I was starting to do my research for NFT projects. And one unique thing about NFTs that not a lot of people know is even if you're just an artist, when you sell a piece of art, you get a one-time payment, and then that transaction is over and you never see any royalties coming back from that down the line. NFTs, when you build an NFT project and sell out, then that's the first sale, that's the mint of the project. Any secondary sales, we get a commission off that, a royalty for continuing to build the brand and raising that level of what people will pay for the project. So it's a cool way to incentivize us to keep building the community, keep value adding, and then we get to see royalties on the back end.
And it's 10%, right? Every time it's sold?
Every project can set their own royalty. So ours is 5%. Yeah.
10%. Okay. How important was bringing aboard Joel Dawson as an ambassador, and why is he such a great fit for Crypto Country Club?
Great question.
Yeah, so if you know Joel, he's a very fun guy, not afraid to take his shirt off on the 16th hole at the Waste Management Open. He fits the ethos of our brand very well. He's very well liked on tour. He has a fanatical following with fans in the golf industry. And it was honestly happenstance. He played in a little par 3 tournament here in Austin in October, I think. It actually aired on the Golf Channel in January. But I was able to go to that event and I got to kind of meet him and some of the other players there. And then after the event, I just sent them all messages saying, hey, I'm building this NFT golf project. You guys were awesome today. I had a blast meeting and hanging out with you guys. Would you be interested? And Joel was the one that said, I would love to talk more about this. And he put me in contact with his manager and team, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
I was wondering if he had any reservations at all, or did his agent have any reservations before accepting?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because Joel will admit he doesn't know much about crypto or NFTs, but he wanted to learn more. And after we had a lot of talks with his manager, phone calls, Zoom calls, emails, just ironing out the details and how it would work and making sure we vibed, as a company and Joel. But yeah, there's definitely reservations at first. And honestly, we're just two guys from Austin who wanted to start a golf NFT project. You know, those pros get approached by hundreds and hundreds of people. So it was cool that they saw some value in us and what we brought to the table.
I understand there's 10,000 of the founding members that have been minted, right? They've all been minted already.
We have so we have 10,000 in our collection, but we're only about 7% minted right now. So there's still a lot of room for people who want to join Crypto Country Club, go and mint, and then get their membership card and join.
Okay. Of the 7% that have sold, what are they just being dripped? Like I was wondering, are they? I'm not sure how it works. Are they dripped out over a time period though, or like right now I can go and buy, or every week a new number is dripped out?
No, yeah, that's a great question. You can go and buy right now. You can go buy 1 or 5 if you want, but yeah, it's an open sell at this point.
What Crypto Country Club looks have tended to sell the best so far of the 7%? Is there certain looks that people seem to be attracted to?
Yeah, so I'm not sure how familiar you are with the project, but there's all different kinds of trades. So like our golfers will be holding like 20 different hand items, different hats, different hairs. Some of the ones that people like are the onesies. Like there's a Tiger onesie out there, obviously reminiscent of Tiger Woods. There's certain backgrounds that are more rare. So we have iconic golf course holes as some of the backgrounds of the NFTs. So there's more rare properties than others. And some people who get into the rarity side of it, they really want a rare one. So they'll pay a little bit more for rare ones.
Can you give me an idea of the range then? I know it changes all the time, but so like right now, I know I looked on like OpenSea, I saw some were 0.05 Ether and some were 0.08. Is that the range, or it's a different? I didn't look long enough. Like what's the range?
Yeah, so I think the last time I looked, the most expensive one was listed for like 0.3.
Sounds right. Yeah.
0.3. And out of our 10,000, the first 500 are what we call our OG founders. So they will inherently, we gave them an OG rarity, which means like once we sell out the 10,000, those first 500 will be more coveted.
Okay. So of the rare ones, when you say rare, like I thought like of the 10,000, each one can be bought once, or that's not true. It's like 1 of 10, or how does it work?
Yeah, so each one can be bought once, but depending on what traits are on that individual golfer, if it's a rarer shoe or a rare hat or a rare background color, there's an algorithm that sorts out. And once we mint up to 10%, so we're almost up to 10%. Once we do that, we'll submit all of our metadata to these rarity ranking companies, and then we'll be listed online. And so someone can take the ID number of their golfer and go see exactly where that ranks 1 to 10,000.
Got it. I was going to ask you a CryptoPunk question. So a rare alien CryptoPunk NFT sold for 8,000 ETH a few days ago. That's $23.7 million. Do you think that kind of eye-popping numbers are sustainable, or that could be a bubble when you have a single NFT of a CryptoPunk selling for nearly 24 million?
I mean, I think that's a great question. So the NFT industry in general is still in its infancy, and I think it's still growing quite a bit. So it's interesting for us to see that something like that's possible. I don't know if it's necessarily a bubble, or if like the current iterations of NFTs as it exists will continue, but we would love to see that continue to grow. The market itself as NFTs has rapidly grown month over month, and you kind of can see this uptick that continues to grow. So I don't know if I'm a fortune teller and I can tell the future, but I definitely think it's still a lot of room to growth there.
Why should people who collect NFTs consider investing in Crypto Country Club? Say they're not even into golf, but they collect NFTs. Like why should they think the value is going to go up?
So for our project specifically, it's definitely tailored towards golfers. Okay. So the utility that we're building in is discounts with partners, whether it be a sim, up in the Northeast for people that want to go and hit into a sim during the wintertime, or if one of our partners is, a golf club brand that gives 15% off to our members. So we're building very golf specific utilities, and even up to the point of going to, like, if we get a suite at a PGA Tour event, we can do a raffle for our holders to come and join us at that suite. So it's definitely, our project is definitely based around golf, but with some of the stuff that we have some big ticket items that we can't go into just because of NDAs that could be coming in Q2, Q3. Once we are able to solidify those deals and start dropping some of that, if people that do want to come in and just do a quick flip and make, a couple ETH on some transactions, they might be able to do that. But we're not really focused on people that want to make a quick buck. We're really just trying to build a welcoming community of golfers who like crypto as well.
You mentioned like the Sims. Is there a particular company you're partnered with, like maybe an X Golf or someone that there's a benefit with already, or like if I
Yeah,
buy?
yeah, there's one called Elevation Golf. They've got a
Okay.
few locations in the north and northeast, and we will be announcing that partnership probably early next week. And it's
Okay.
going to be based on discounted league fees. They're going to do like a crypto country club night where everybody that's a member can go out and play for free, discounts on rentals and all that kind of stuff. And then we do have some other sim companies that we're in the works with as well.
Are your buyers typically first-time NFT buyers, or are they people who've amassed a bunch of them?
I think it's a good mix.
Yeah, it's honestly a good mix. I know personally, like a lot of our friends and family just wanted to support us. And so we kind of had to walk them through how to get a MetaMask, how to buy your first NFT. So we for sure facilitated onboarding new people, but there's a lot of people in our Discord that are very seasoned, have been investing in crypto since, 2010. So it's kind of all across the board.
If I'm looking to invest in golf memorabilia, do you think a crypto club NFT will outperform a signed tournament round worn Joel Dawson bucket hat long term?
It's a good question.
Yeah, hard to put a value on it on a Joel signed hat. I guess it would depend on the person. I mean, a memorabilia item is one specific item for one person with a signature. What we're trying to build is a big suite of utilities and discounts for our community. So I think it really just depends on if you want something to stare at and cherish as a momentum, like a momentous item, or if you kind of want access to future events and access to new releases and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of just like, what a person, preference is. Yeah.
Any plans to expand the Crypto Country Club brand to open up new revenue sources beyond the royalties, like clothing line or something like that, or just to sell crypto? It's like the hat you're wearing is the brand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're about to release these in our merch store.
Okay, so is merchandise is the next step, just directly on the site, or are there anything else along those lines?
So do you want to go into the consulting side, maybe?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple different avenues we've looked at. There's a consulting side where we can help new NFT brands and people who want to launch their own NFT collections kind of come to market. That's part of what we've learned through our expertise. We've built out some experience there. I think that's one avenue that we're looking at. There's definitely other avenues. A few of the people that we're in partnership talks with, they have utility that's not only in the metaverse or in NFTs in general, but actually in real world. So utilities that you can use in real life, whether it's on course or off. And so I think there's a lot of ideas of how do we expand it from the initial 10,000 collection to continue that out and build out on the Crypto Country Club brand. Merch was one of the things that we launched originally to kind of build some brand exposure and give some opportunities to engage with the brand prior to the actual minting of the NFTs, and we'll continue to kind of grow that out as well.
You've said that you sold 7% of the 10,000. Do you put a dollar figure on that, or you don't release that?
Yeah, it's all public knowledge. So
okay.
That's the beauty of blockchain. Everything's logged for anyone to see. But each one of our NFTs is 0.05 ETH, which right now that's about $150. So it's north of six figures, probably like 150,000 in sales so far.
Okay. Oh yeah, I understand there's a charitable component to Crypto Country Club. What charity are you looking to partner with? Is it going to be like First Tee or golf specific charity?
Yeah, so we haven't made that selection yet. First Tee is our first choice, but we want to put that up to a vote in our Discord community. Okay. Just to we'll probably give a few options, and if people want to throw out some ideas, we'll compile them. But we want the community and our NFT holders to have a say in where it goes. So we haven't made the official announcement yet.
You also intend to throw an IRL golf tournament. What can you tell me about that so far? Is that like in 2023 or?
So we're hoping to do that this year. We just did a skins game for some of our members out at the Waste Management Open, and it was at a par 3 course. It was a lot of fun. So we're toying with the idea if we want to kind of hone in on that par 3 course nostalgia for our brand, because we're trying to make this NFTs and golf more welcoming to newcomers. And especially for newcomers in golf, par 3s are much less, scary.
Yeah,
they're not as intimidating. So we're going back and forth if we want to do a real tournament like scramble style on a traditional golf course, or maybe try to tie in that par 3 thing and become the par 3 NFT project. Just because we're trying to, like I said, we're trying to onboard more people, not only to golf, but crypto, and just make it a more welcoming atmosphere. But right now we're trying to make that tournament sometime this summer and probably here in Austin, Texas.
How many people came out to the skins game then? Like,
We had probably 20 people total. Maybe, I think we had 4 or 5 of our members that were able to fly out into Scottsdale. We had 4 golf influencers who some of them we're going to be rolling out partnerships with. They're going to come on and kind of be part of the staff of Crypto Country Club. Okay. And then we had ourselves, we had, let's see, our marketing company that we work with. It was just kind of all the people that have been helping us grow the brand along with some of our members.
You've talked a bit about this already, but there's community aspects of Crypto Club like the Discord group. Can you just speak more about that? Like, what do people talk about in the Discord group?
Honestly, everything. So Discord is kind of new to us as well. It's like a big chat room for like-minded people. So when someone joins our Discord, there's channels along the left side that can get very specific. Like some of them are regional channels, like Northeast, Northwest, Florida. If you pop into that channel and say, hey, I'm in Tallahassee, anybody in this area want to golf this weekend? We have swing analysis channel where we're going to have our director of instruction, who is going to be James O. He's a short game clinic guy. He's going to go on there and analyze swings for our members. So it's really, and we have obviously the main channel that's just we call it the 19th hole. You can go on there and talk about anything. You can pump up Joel if he's doing good on a leaderboard. You can say, who's golfing this weekend, and we post pictures of the rounds we're playing. It's really just a place for everybody to congregate, and it's an easy way for us to do announcements to the community whenever we have a big thing to announce.
When are you going to mint? I know you're going to mint Caddy NFTs next. So is there a solid date on that?
We have not set a solid date on that, and we're actually going to be working with Joel to launch a Joel Dahmen exclusive collection, which is going to be really cool, which we'll be rolling out some details on. But the cool way we're going to tie that to Crypto Country Club is you have to have one of our NFTs to be able to get one of his, and his will be super exclusive golf experience type deals. And then once we do that, that'll pave the way for him to bring on more professional golfers. And then we can do kind of collections for all of them and all tie it back to our community for Crypto Country Club. So at the moment, we don't have a set date on the Caddy collection just because we're kind of redirecting the subsequent NFT things that we're going to be doing right now.
And when you say like a super exclusive experience, you're saying you could buy one of these Joel Dawson NFTs and maybe play golf with him, that kind of thing?
Yeah, like literally play around to golf with him, go out and have a beer with him, caddy for him for 9 holes at a pro-am, walk with him inside the ropes at a tournament. Really exclusive, high-level golf stuff that just not everybody would get to experience. And it's going to be a very exclusive collection, probably like 100 NFTs.
Now, you mentioned also that you hope this brings on more players. Who would be on your wish list of players to join to join Crypto Country Club that have the right, attitude and stuff?
Yeah. So the first one who's probably like right on the fence and ready to jump in is Harry Higgs. So that was Joel's playing partner on the 16th green at the Waste Management Open. So they both have good vibe atmosphere and fit the Crypto Country Club vibe. But there's several others that Joel is very close with on tour that he's been talking to. And I think they're just kind of waiting to see how it plays out and how the partnership works before they jump on board.
What about on the female side?
So we actually got to meet Sophia Popov, and she's repped by, and she's a winner on tour on the LPGA. She's repped by the same management team as Joel. We got to meet her at the Waste Management Open. She was like super, welcoming to the concept, and we vibed with her very well. And then there's another long drive girl named Cassandra Meyer that we might be bringing on just as like kind of filling out our country club staff. Sure. So we have different people that we're talking to right now, but nothing's set in stone yet.
Imagine it's 2035. What do you envision golf in the metaverse to be like? And do you think you may be part of that?
That's fun to think about. Yeah. So there's lots of different things that like the word metaverse can mean so many different things. There's like sandbox.
Virtual world.
Yeah.
Immersive virtual world.
Yeah. The virtual world can take so many different avenues, but there's like land companies like Sandbox and Decentraland where I envision golf courses being built. There's other golf specific companies that are building their own metaverse that is a golf community, like a golf course and everything like that. I think for us right now, we're just envisioning a country club that we'll build in one of the metaverses where our people, if they can't make an event in real life, they can't afford the trip or the flight doesn't, work out or timing or whatever, we're going to host events in the metaverse where special access will only be given to people who own our NFTs. So, and that's just the ground level. We can build out a lot of different stuff from there, like, putt games and like, all kinds of stuff. but it's so new to us. And right now we're just trying to build the foundation out like in real life still. But no, that it's honestly, the possibilities are endless for golf in the metaverse.
And I think the other part that's interesting is golf right now is limited from sunlight, right? You can only tee when there's sun out. I can play on the course. Otherwise, it's pretty limited. The metaverse expands those hours where you can interact with the golf, you can engage with it, you can still have that experience of, I want to golf and have this interaction. And it allows us to expand that. It allows people in colder climates, when it's too cold to play, courses might be closed, to still engage with golf as a sport and still have that community aspect as well.
All right, perfect.